Thank you. Tap me after if you think it's any good. This is a piece that I've been, an extract from a monologue that I've been writing about regeneration and love and trees, and I'll be performing the longer version in parks next year. I've never spoken these words before, and I need to put my glasses on so I can see them. August 3rd, 2014. If I look outside my window to the left, my face, I could touch the builders if I stretched out far enough. I don't. I look to my right and down into the little park, Althony Gardens. A cherry tree is just beneath me, and beneath that a bench where city lovers steal a kiss in the chaos of London mornings, where Moroccan elders meet their sons to light up a tangine for lunch, where a granny hands out the best supermarket deals of the day as birds sing of other day-to-day stuff. And I am still writing to you, Dave. It's very strange living in a house that's going to be knocked down, but I've got my tree in sight. So grateful for that. Roots deep beneath the grass. I can hear children in the park, young life playing in the sun. The sari I have up around the window on nails blows in towards my tobacco and candle-scented room. The builders are quieter today. August the 10th, 2014. The Moroccan men are at the table under my tree tonight, arguing loud over something, though I don't know what. Some of the elders squat against the fence. It's more comfortable for them. I like that. I couldn't help it, but I took a picture of them. And another. I keep doing that since I got this phone. Then they moved away. Don't know if it was because of me. I felt guilty. I keep taking pictures of me, too. I took one of my breasts. They are magnificent. When I was in the country at my mother's, after her dog was put down, while we fed her sardines, I spoke to you. I'd seen a missed call. Didn't recognise the number, but I called it. You breathed, and I knew it was you. First time we'd spoke for 14 years. I told you about those cows who started running. In the field, I have to walk across to get to the alpacas. Bovine terrors, earth thumping under their adolescent hooves. I fixed my gaze ahead, at the gates ahead. Felt their youthful curiosity, felt that probably they meant no harm, but I wanted to reach that gate slowly, slowly. As the cows started to surround me, my fear mingled with fascination at this animal presence. On the other side of the gate, I let myself look around. They stared up at me in innocence, all 100 of them. When I got home, I sat with Sunshine, the dog who wasn't dead then, who you never met, her head resting on my leg. So quiet, so strong, her animalness. When we met Dave, after that call, after we'd both gone to different pubs, got all confused and mixed up because you didn't have a phone with you, then found each other on Westbourne Park Road just before it was too late. And you looked at me without smiling, and I thought, God, you look older. But how it suited you. How sexy you are now. You bought me a beer and dinner, maybe to prove that you could now, in that tapas place on Portobello. That when we got home to my place, I took off my dress in front of you. In bed, you asked if it was too hot to hold on to each other. No, I said, and wound myself around you. What followed was transformative. We got about 3 hours sleep. Then breakfast on Goldbourne and a walk to the canal where we found a secret garden. Long grass under oak leaf shade. You cross-legged me with my head on your thigh. You talked about what you could do here if you came back to live. You told me I needed to step up and write that play. Had I struggled so long and hard not to do it when it came? Later you bought me a cup of tea in the bath. Then, in the living room, I sat on the red chair listening to you over the machine gun drilling. You said you had to go back to Manchester to your mum's because it was your brother's 40th, and that you were going back to Korea the next day. I didn't know that. I tried not to be angry that you hadn't told me that before. You didn't even make me come that last time before the bath. Though you made sure you did. I didn't know it was the last time, but you did. You cried about your dad, how you hadn't been home to see him for 12 years, and then he died. You asked me through tears, what sort of behaviour is that? I said, we all make mistakes, that you didn't do it on purpose, that life is messy. August the 23rd. I stayed in the woods last night, Dave. Squirrels woke me up, noisy little fuckers trying to get into the peanut butter. I slept in an open-sided tent opposite the kitchen the camp had made from wooden tarpaulin. It's only a 10-minute walk from Cockfoster's Tube. You have to squeeze through a gap between some garages to get in to the ancient wood. Little tented dwellings lie amongst wide old trees, so tall, dark, some red. Unless the protest gets its way, those cunts on the other side, with their mounds of rubble that look like inside-out moon craters, will wipe them all away. Flats for Russian riches. Money, money, money. The camp, been there since February, had invited local residents round, and to get them involved, they had a festival. Some old geezers who probably never got the chance to play anymore made their way in with guitars and percussion, delighted at their captive living audience. Later in the night, a couple of the boys from the camp ran up and over the fence between us and the development to climb the tallest rubble stack. They planted the anonymous flag at the top. Flying high! Security guards with dogs running out and up. Woof, woof, woof! A standoff. The boys barked loudest. Went on for 2 hours. Woof! 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 Bring us some beers over, the boys shouted. I wasn't going to. August the 28th. I went to Andrew's to get my hair cut. I took a tramadol he gave me. Hadn't had anything like that for about 15 years. I think I wanted to escape the pain of you, Dave. That email asking you to send me a ticket so I could come and see you in Korea. You did invite me out to Asia, remember? Telling you that your iced, evasive emails are hurting me, that I need to know what's going on. The world is burning. You say nothing but to ask me about the weather. September. The dark afternoon, as summer starts to fade away, I take another drag on my thinly rolled fag. Althony Gardens is quiet. Soon it will be shut, as the new one, the temporary green space the developers have been making outside my bedroom window to replace the old one outside my living room window, is nearly ready. The hoardings have come down. Friday. That last kiss, Dave, the one I pulled you in for, through hot air, you hovered afterwards, almost stepped towards another. If you had, where would we be now? Saturday, the bulldozers are moving closer. I'm running out of money. I love you. Your silence thrills me to the bone. Love is strong. I had forgotten. The smell of weed floats up from the tree below. Sunday, rain, heavy, sudden. Monday, my heart is breaking. Half the trees in our park have gone. Not my tree, but phones Kensington and Chelsea. Someone will call me tomorrow. I want to throw myself out of the window and sit in the trees to stop them, but too late now. Watch them do it. Tried to look the other way, was filling in the doll form online and hoped they were just cutting branches, but couldn't pretend for long. Did it quick. 8 trees down in an hour. I went into the park and took pictures of the orange plastic tags they'd wound around the stumps. A young Irish builder with a cataract came in and asked me, why? That night the Moroccan men are back shouting something about Syria and watching too much TV, and the granny and her brood with their dogs sniffing tree stumps. A Spanish couple wrangle over who will do the cooking. Someone laughs. When I said I felt broken into, Dave, in that first email, after you'd gone back, that you said you didn't understand, I meant broken into, not into. You touched me in a tender place. Years of steel came down. Why won't you tell me something? I fucking hate you. I wrote 100 emails to you in my head. Well, actually, I wrote them down, but I didn't send them, just a tiny bit of them. What do I do with it? I remember once in Earl's Court, all those years ago, crying at the thought of us travelling on a plane together, crying because of all the crying because out of all the fucked upness of then, it would have been so lovely. And I thought that this time, it could be true. When you walked out of the room, this time, the room where in the moment before passion hung heavy, not finished, clinging, overwhelming the already burning high English summer heat. When you walked out, you left me in it, with it, consumed, and you took none of it with you. Did you? Wednesday.